What is going on, guys? So today, as you know, is a deep work day. Don't spend too much time besides reading, going over tomorrow's trades potentially. As I told you, I'm trying to break it down to its simplest form, peel back more layers, and just trade supply and demand. So when we have a support at the bottom, we have a resistance at the top. This up here is supply. This down here is demand, and trade between these. Stop losses are then made very tight by design. If it breaks through there, then we weren't going in that direction anyway. We need to be looking at flipping our bias, but letting the market and price tell us what it is, because price is the one that pays only. So taking those trades, getting that over a sample size of 20, whether we do or don't have this combine, 100K combine on Top Step, which the plan is, of course, to keep it. We are going to stay within our rules. 2 losses in a day or back to back is the day is done. 250 risk, 1 to 4. I am taking really 1 to 2s, so 250 for a 500 TP. Once we get anything above the 250, now we're going to go ahead and hit a break-even trade. So at very minimum, we're flat. So now it's a riskless trade if this runs to its $1,000 TP, or technically TP 1, 2, or 3, which would be 250, which is just a 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, so on. So the highest TP would obviously be TP 4, which is going for that $1,000. So I have lines here set on NQ. 19,291.25 is what I'm looking at currently as a supply. Demand at 19,116.75. Right now we are getting to the top, and I'm watching it currently move at 7 p.m. As we speak, and it's starting to move up to 291.25. So once it hits off of there and we get any rejection, there's got to be some sort of retest, because I see fair values being built underneath it that need to be filled. So we will look for some of those market inefficiencies. And so we're going to just try to sell it back down. We get rejection. In theory, when I'm taking a 1 contract size or a 3 contract size, whatever I decide to do, if I'm scaling in, this can hit my 1,000 daily target, quicker than I would even suspect. It could be done in, the course of 5 minutes, 10 minutes of the market being open. I'm good with it. I think one of the other rules that I'm looking to implement as well is, I just want to really focus on the quality of the trades. So I'm taking 5 total trades that I get total. If I take 2 losses in a row, I'm done for the day. If I win my 1,000, I take my cheese and run and don't look at the market anymore that day. Have better scale in and scale out ability. So really just kind of going to the basics, finding what we would call easy money trades, so I can get in with very, very little to no stress, know that that's going to be the trades that, put food on the table and pay the bills, and we can transition into doing this full time. So anyways, guys, another day, another dollar. Let's go ahead and give it a read. We are in chapter Teaching and Healing, Matthew chapter 4, verse 11. When Jesus got word that John had been arrested, he returned to Galilee. He moved from his hometown, Nazareth, to the lakeside village Capernaum, nestled at the base of the Zebulun and Naphtali hills. This move completed Israel's sermon. Land of Zebulun, land of Naphtali, road to the sea over Jordan. Galilee crossed for the nations. People sitting out their lives in the dark saw a huge light, sitting in the dark country of death. They watched the sun come up. This Israel prophesied sermon came to life in Galilee the moment Jesus started preaching. He picked up where John left off. Change your life. God's kingdom is here. Walking along the beach of Lake Galilee, Jesus saw 2 brothers, Simon, later called Peter, and Andrew. They were fishing, throwing their nets into the lakes. It was their regular work. Jesus said to them, "Come with me. I'll make a new kind of fisherman out of you. I'll show you how to catch men and women instead of perch and bass." They didn't ask questions, but simply dropped their nets and followed. A short distance down the beach, they came upon another pair of brothers, James and John, Zebedee's sons. These 2 were sitting in a boat with their father Zebedee. mending their fish nets. Jesus made the same offer to them, and they were just as quick to follow abandoning boat and father. From there, he went all over Galilee. He used synagogues for meeting places and taught people the truth of God. God's kingdom was his theme. That beginning right now, they were under God's government and good government. He also healed people of their diseases and the bad effects of their bad lives. Word got around of this entire Roman province of Syria. People brought anybody with an ailment, whether mental condition, emotional, or physical. Jesus healed them, one and all. More and more people came. The monument gathered. Besides those of Galilee, crowds came from tens of thousands across the lake, others from Jerusalem and Judea, still others from across the Jordan. Boom. Say it with me if you know it. You are uniquely different. God took his time on you. You are one of one. Know what I told you today? I love you so much. Now, before I peace out, if you're here, thank you. I'm also watching Jamie Dimon on the economy, U.S.-China, overseas wars, and etc., trying to take a little bit deeper dive into macroeconomics, really look at the bigger picture. So then my intraday plays are going with the overall trends, not letting it necessarily skew what I am looking at, but get a better understanding, take another step forward, peel back another layer as far as digging deeper in here, within me, but continuing to open books up and gain more and more knowledge and realizing that there's a lot more out there for me to understand in order for me to yield the kind of return that I want in this market. Love you guys. Peace.